biodiversity is under great threat, both worldwide and here in the Netherlands. Species are disappearing at an alarming rate, ecosystems are degrading, and the consequences do not only harm our natural environment, but also our health, food security and economy.
We find ourselves, I think, in really unprecedented pressure on our natural resources.
The conservation and restoration of biodiversity is a complex challenge that affects the whole of society, and that's why we need a whole of society approach. IPBES is therefore very useful and valuable because it provides insights into the necessary action to bend the curve on the biodiversity loss.
We are very happy that you're all here today and also, of course, online that you can join, because it's very important, I think, that government officials, civil society, companies, knowledge institutions, that we come together to discuss and to reach a shared commitment to solving these global challenges.
Our mission is to strengthen knowledge foundations for better policy through science for the conservation and sustainable use of biodiversity, long-term human well-being and sustainable development.
We do need bold steps, and I think the transformative change will also highlight that, but we also have to support the small steps and hope that these will also build momentum.
My message to be more present online, to include more youth, will change the IPBES 12th session to include more youth, to actually go to the plenary, to see what's going on. And I think a lot of numbers that are shocking to people. I think shocking is the only way to make change right now, because we're living in such a dopamine world. We don't understand the scale of what's going on.
Often reports, they get put out and then it ends. Here's the report, take it and do with it what you will. But the kind of co-creative element after the report is published, I've seen some sparks of that here, but how do we continue? And how does it actually create the kind of just and equitable future we want?
IPBES also is very proud of its process for working with indigenous and local knowledge. And over the years, IPBES has invested a lot of work in developing processes for working with indigenous and local knowledge in IPBES assessments.
In this room, we agree on what we should be doing, and how can we ensure that we take this outside of this room? How can we ensure that we embody the messages that we go home with?
A transformative change for a just and sustainable world is possible to happen while addressing the underlying causes of biodiversity loss, achieves positive and measurable results for people and the planet. Everyone has a role to play in transformative change, with a leading role for governments in the making.
Thank you for sticking with us all the way through this morning.